Hi, my name is Jenny Bloom, and I am running for Ravenswood City School District. So I want to go ahead and answer two questions that Innovate Public Schools and Yucca has asked of me. So the first one is, how will you advance equity for kids in this district? When I think about equity, I want to make sure that I am thinking about what our students actually need. When we know what our students actually need, then we will be able to advance equity. One thing that we can do to advance this is to make sure that we have strong teachers. We need to give teachers a competitive salary so that they know that we value the work that they are putting in to make sure that Ravenswood students are getting a strong education. I also believe that teachers and staff need to have access to know about social emotional responsive teaching methods. Our diverse community requires that we have teachers who are culturally competent. We want teachers who believe in each child's individual needs in the classroom and that those needs are being met. I want to advocate for ways to grow in cultural competencies, to have ongoing conversations about what it means to work in the classrooms for our students, and also learn what is working for our students and what is not working. And I want to strengthen those feedback loops between the teachers and students and the board. I also want all students in our district to know that they can and they will succeed academically. I want them to know that they have teachers, administration, and a community that is rooting for them to do well. I want to advocate for students in our district to be connected to mentors that will be an ear to help them listen to them, to help them with their schoolwork, and also encourage them to keep working towards their academic goals. And those are, I think, are some ways that we can definitely advance equity in our school district. The second question that is asked is, what is your plan for supporting equitable and quality distance learning and catching up students who are subsequently fall behind? So again, what is your plan for supporting equitable and quality distance learning and catching up students who subsequently fall behind? Um, I think the first thing to know is that our schools and our teachers and administration are really working hard to making sure that students are receiving quality distance learning. I have a daughter who's in kindergarten in the district, so I know that teachers and staff are doing their best to be available and also make learning accessible for all parents and students. So I think starting with a smart start was really important, which means that they are trying to make sure that kids understand the technology, are able to access the technology. If they need a hotspot, that they got a hotspot. I think all of those things are important and structures that they've already put in place. And I think that the second thing that we need to do is make sure that that communication continues to go forward. So I would want to follow up with parents and students and see how that parent-student engagement is happening across the district. We need to make sure families are personally called or home visits are happening so that they can make sure that they are getting the help that they need. And I know Ravenswood has started doing this, and I hope that they would continue to do this as long as we are doing distance learning. The second thing is when we think about academics and we think about the education that our kids are receiving, we need to make sure that teachers have the technology support that they need. And we also need to give kids the ability to complete the work that they need to complete and give them that extra time and space that they need, just because we're not in a regular structured classroom. And so the ways that we grade and the ways that we are looking at work completion needs to also change so that it is changing so that it's also helping students actually learn material, right? I don't want students to feel like, oh, I just have to finish all these worksheets just because my teacher told me to do them. I want to know that they are actually finishing this material and they understand the academic material that they are receiving. So making sure that we are also investing in that time to for teachers to be able to engage students one-on-one, that there are tutorial sessions available so that teachers can see if students are actually learning the academics they're teaching in the distance learning, and it's not just a checklist of items that kids are just trying to get done for completion. So I want to make sure that students are learning and understanding the core competencies that they need to understand so that they can move forward in the next step of their academic journey. And this would look like offering more places for one-on-one student engagement with the teachers. It could also look like offering tutoring help. So are there tutoring places apart from the Boys and Girls Club maybe that we can be utilizing as a district to help our students engage with the material that they're learning? Are there videos that teachers can put out there for students who may not be able to pay attention in class and get every single thing that the teacher is saying live? Can teachers be putting out videos so that there is another way that students are also understanding and learning material? So I think that as we are evolving to do more technology, the teachers and the parents need to make sure that they are working together to make sure that kids are not just completing things and checking them off, but they're actually learning the academic structures behind that.